Hi, my name is Lauren Bohn, and I'm a chemical engineering student here at Wayne State University. For my Project 1B summary, I chose the article, Does Humanity Need a Backup Earth? I feel I'm very qualified to take on this topic because not only am I a chemical engineer, then I would be prepared to understand and break down the different chemical elements in space, but I was also an astrochemist major beforehand. I'm very passionate about space and I absolutely love all that it has to offer, and for that reason I felt this article was the best choice for me. For the forecast, I will start with an introduction, followed by my three topics: Earth compared to science fiction, Mars taking the first step, interstellar travel, and then I'll finish with a brief conclusion. Now, as we know, my article title was Does Humanity Need a Backup Earth? The search engine was Live Science. The author was Elizabeth Howell, and the article's purpose is needing to find a backup Earth through space travel to help humanity survive. Now, I hope that at the end of this project, you'll have an even better understanding of what I mean by that purpose. So for my first topic, we have Earth compared to science fiction. Everybody has this idea of science fiction, some movies, some books, but nobody really realizes the impact that these fictional stories can have on everyday astronomers and scientists. Science fiction has inspired rocket pioneers to go out into our solar system and understand what's going on and leave farther than the orbit of our Earth in order to see if there's other planets out there, if there's other stars, if there's anywhere else that we can live on a planet. I know that's very far-fetched because back then they didn't know what was out there, but it was so cool to know that that's what they were up to. But on the other side, we have science fiction painting a very bleak picture of Earth's future. We have overpopulation, diseases, asteroids wiping us out, and the sad part is that's not all that far from the truth. Asteroids wiped out the dinosaurs, and we had an asteroid hit Russia not 5 years ago. And even if that doesn't get us, we have about 4 to 5 billion years until our sun becomes a red giant. What that means is that it consumes all of its hydrogen and begins fusing it into helium. It begins to expand and grow beyond the orbit of Venus. Now, what's on the orbit of Venus? It's Earth. So it would completely wipe us out. And I feel that that's cause for concern. So even if NASA can't avoid asteroids because of the tests that they have in place, nobody can avoid our sun expanding and eating us with it. Next, we have Mars, taking the first step. We have Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, who not long ago let the Falcon Heavy into orbit with a Tesla attached to it. I find that absolutely interesting. But on another note, his newest goal is to colonize Mars with mankind. I feel like that's a very, very big goal. But he's not the only one to have had it. Unfortunately, we have Robert Zubrin, who says our mindset is to blame for not making it to these strides yet. He says that baby steps won't work. We can't keep going far to come back to go farther. We need to make a decision and we need to get it done. That is his main goal. And that is why he's irritated with how NASA has not had the chance to take care of this. They're too bogged down by politics. But Elon Musk is taking the stride. He made the decision and he's trying to get it done. And that is something that I feel is going to make strides in our current society. Now for our third topic, we have interstellar travel. That's going to cover a few of the issues that we had from the last page. Unfortunately, Mars is only one-third amount of gravity of Earth. Their air is not breathable, and there's no water. There is some water that we found, but it's not enough to sustain a colonization. That's why I added it as no water. Now, in order to make it for this trip, it was said that it would take 6 months to travel to Mars. That's about the same amount of time as the turnover at the International Space Station. But we've realized that because of those other factors, Mars is not a permanent solution. So we can't make that decision. That means that we need a brand new Earth. And that means we need interstellar travel. Interstellar travel means that we have to travel faster than light. We would need a big enough ship to sustain multiple generations. We would need a way to perhaps use hibernation for those generations, as well as maybe even an option of a robot. Now, those don't sound all that easy to do, and I feel that's the reason why, with the resources that we have, Mars as a temporary solution is the answer. Interstellar travel is just not within our resources yet. So in conclusion, science fiction was partially correct. They did have a lot accurate about our planet. We can examine Mars. We can even, with our limited resources and technology, we could build research stations, but it's not a permanent solution. And until we get to that permanent solution, we won't have an answer. But what's nice about these research stations is that it doesn't limit our population to only being on Earth. That's the main goal. So now we just need to make a decision and get it done. And here are my references. Thank you.